There we go. Welcome on in, chat. Kingdoms of Amalur re-reckoning. Today, we're going to do a deep dive commentary. And as we know from the last episode, we are officially kicking off the Legend of Dead Kel storyline. So we're going to be leaving the mainland behind and heading to Gallows End. Actually, we're already there. Gallows End is an island surrounded by shipwrecks, cloaked with thick fog, and haunted by the myth of an immortal pirate king. Yeah, I love doing that. Let's get our goals and quests settled here, because I've made a discovery. I can't leave. So doing all the side quests like I talked about this week, yeah, I can't do it. So, as we look at this dark and unforgiving coastline, it reminds me of the title of our stream, written by the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Nearly 2,000 years ago, he wrote a letter to his friend Lucilius and dropped a truth bomb that perfectly defines the human condition. And I quote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." End quote. So as we set foot here on Gallows End and make our way through these sunken tunnels and into the village proper and starting on our questies, we're not just hunting undead pirates. We're going to break down the architecture of fear. We're going to look at how Seneca's ancient insights perfectly predicted modern cognitive psychology, why our brains are literally hardwired to terrorize us, and the practical, real-world tactics you can use to stop suffering from things that haven't even happened. So, on that note, let's get ourselves through this little sunken thing, and we're going to find the speaker whom we have to talk to. We got a lot of things on our plate today. Pun intended, because this was going to be a fan Sunday with the rotation, but the step decided that he wanted to go to grandparents, so the wife took him. He left. So congratulations to you guys. You get a double long stream, and I get a burrito. So if you have any comments of what stuff I should get in my burrito, that would be awesome. Kind of thinking of pushing habanero today. Usually I don't do that unless it's wintertime. It's a spicy burrito. Oh, we got storms coming in tonight. Do I still have the rugs at work down? I shouldn't even be thinking about work because it's frack. Oh man, look at this forecast. Rain all week. Okay, well, we can leave the rugs down. That's fine. I was just seeing how hot it was. It's gonna be, maybe about 84. Yeah, but usually I don't get the habanero. What's the highest I get? Our bowl. Actually, our bowl. Molcajete is really good. But it doesn't matter to you guys. It's not like unless you live in Omaha. No. Hobbies tacos. Here we go, Gallows End. Which you may or may not. Who knows? Okay, a little brighter up here in Gallows End. I love these little crabby things. Kind of like me, crabby. Ouchie. Yeah. It's a graveyard. I like the pine trees. Look at all these chests. And wolves on an island? That's interesting. Alright, here we go. Here's the guy I'm looking for, the elder.
I'm sorry about your friend, Tari. His loss was unfortunate. But in my time, I've learned that everything occurs according to Akara's plan. We in the village are preparing for the offering ceremony to receive our new scion. Only then will you truly understand.
You know, sir? I think the village elder is dead Kel.
Captain Bretigan explained that you plan to bring dead Kel to justice. I understand your reasons, but the quest is folly. Still, I wish you success. So I will point you in the direction of a man named Key. He is the oldest castaway on Gallows End.
Quay?
He will have answers.
I always thought that was
Before you
pronounced Quay.
speak with him, I must ask you a favor. Your journey will take you past Soul Deep Fasting, where my wife Bridget prepares for the offering. Take her this amulet. She will want it. All scions wear it during the ceremony.
She's gonna be the scion?
It is just down the beach to the west. You will know it by the watchers standing guard out front. Do not provoke them. Akara speaks through the scion. They are one. Without the wisdom of the scion, we here in Cape Solace would be lost. She guides us and keeps us true to Akara's path. And at the end of her life, the scion will depart this island with her guard, taking the power of Akara so it may find root elsewhere, like a seedling in the wind.
Hate to break it to you, sir, but I don't think I've heard of Akara on the mainland, so these guys leaving? I think they're just partying it up once they leave, because they're not stuck on this forsaken island. Alright, deliver the amulet. Oh, we can't run off that, because it's not world. Alright, so we got to think about the lore of this DLC. It's like most of the people we've talked to here that have been shipwrecked, and we're going the wrong way, been shipwrecked here on a Gallows End, are completely broken down. Just by living in a perpetual state of terror, hiding in these little makeshift shacks. Entirely paralyzed by the mere idea of dead Cal. Huh? They're convinced that ruin is inevitable, so they stop trying to build, stop trying to escape.
I explored that wreck beneath the cliffs, and it resulted in some curious scuttle. And a few worries.
And they're just waiting to die.
Look what I found in the hole. A blade fashioned from the claw of a beast. If I
Nice.
guess right, I'd say it's Niskaru. But I've never actually seen one. I had a chance to scout a bit closer and caught sight of another ship. One that's still intact, just offshore. If I were crazier, I'd steal it and make for open sea. But mostly I just want to go after their leader. If his people are here for blood, we'll know soon enough.
Yes, we will.
It was stored in a crate among a host of other odd arcane cargo.
So yeah, these folks,
Runes and
they're
books
suffering
mostly.
1,000 deaths in their minds
I've
before
only heard
the
tales of the Niskaru,
enemy even
but I know
knocks
enough
on
to
their
fear
door,
them.
if they had doors.
Those on that ship had a strong interest in such beasts.
Yeah, go after their leader if you
I was
want.
hoping you'd see things my way. The people in
No,
Cape
I
Solace
just...
always lay their fates down at the feet of others. Whether it's
Exactly.
a Kara, dead Kel, or even my father. I will no longer stand by and do nothing.
Take your fate in your
I
own
will
hands.
find the one behind this invasion. He will answer to me.
Okay. You have fun with that. Don't rush or anything. There's no hurry. There's a bush there. Bye. All right. But we do this exact same thing in our everyday lives. We as humans have this unique and incredibly toxic superpower. We don't just experience pain when it arrives. We preview it. We rehearse it. We do a full technical dress rehearsal for tragedy. Think about a modern common scenario. Your boss sends you a message that says, "Hey, do you have 5 minutes to talk in my office tomorrow morning?" I'm trying to talk to them. So what does your imagination do with that empty space? It doesn't say, "Oh, maybe they want to tell me I did a good job on that report." No. Your imagination generally immediately builds a sprawling, worst-case, cinematic horror movie. You could imagine getting fired, then, that awkward walk to your car, losing your apartment because you don't have a job anymore, and your life just being completely ruined. So by the time you actually walk into that office the next morning, you've already spent 14 hours physically suffering. Your heart rate's been elevated, your stomach's been in knots, a little nauseous, a little anxiety going on, you didn't sleep well, and then what happens? You go in the office, you sit down, you look your boss in the eye, and he says, "Hey, we're reorganizing the schedule next month, and I wanted to see if you prefer morning or afternoon shifts." So the actual reality is a 30-second logistical conversation. Your imagination just puts you through a 14-hour psychological torture chamber. So, Seneca's point is urgent. He's telling you that the external event didn't hurt you. Even if you did get fired, that doesn't physically hurt you. Your simulation of it did. If that makes sense. And to sweep a little bit into the theological, that's kind of one thing. And I think it's insidious about our free will. I think to a certain extent, hell is here on Earth because we as humans with this philosophy here, what it's saying is we pretty much put ourselves through it. Subconsciously willing, doing it that way. And sometimes even consciously, I think people would do that. Especially if you're like one of the very orthodox penitent orders. Oh, moly! Path of the Scion. Okay. I'll use. What's you?
What is it you seek? The new Scion must not be disturbed. Her meditations are of great importance to the offering ceremony.
How would
Without
you
the
even
proper
see?
preparation, she won't withstand the power that comes with Akara's blessing. It will destroy her.
Okay. Well, I brought her something.
That name will mean nothing. She will be the Scion, Akara's chosen one, and the vessel for
Cool.
his power.
Hey!
I will give her the amulet once she breaks from her meditation. You must leave now. That is not a suggestion.
A prison? Yeah, it could be a prison too, I guess. However you, whatever analogy you want to put on it. This DLC is Dead Kell?
That is not your concern.
We'll
She
get to the
is
map
safe.
here. It's up north.
Nothing will happen to the Scion under the gaze of the Watchers.
I don't recall it either. I haven't played this game since it pretty much came out, so I'm re-going through it. Oh, let's see here. The map. Yeah, it's up here. Yeah, the pirate. The undead pirate. I don't recall doing this one ever, so it's new to me. But welcome on in. Now I have to go back out and fetch quests, fetch quests. And it's a nice little surprise with this DLC because I did not know that, or I forgot. I'm sure it probably tells me before I came here that, yeah, once you're in it, you're in it. You can't get back. Your ship is wrecked and you can't leave. So I was planning on doing a little tweaking of equipment and weapons. But yeah, pun intended, that ship has sailed. Hello, Mr. Wolfie. Oh, we got another Wolfie here. Oh, we got a lot of them. Sorry, Wolf. Sorry, Wolf. Hey, what did we get? Riposte. Seriously. Focus. I'm trying to swing too fast. Hammer doesn't swing that fast. Yeah, it's such a shame. I talked about it when I started this. It's such a shame that Skyrim kind of overshadowed it hugely. I've got a buddy that watches this. He's big fans of you know, Forgotten Realms fantasy, Drizzt. Same author, R.A. Salvatore. So yeah. I remember the storyline back in the day, and I always did like it. And I'm doing something different than poop. I am in trouble with my inventory. Right? Fantasy is always kind of twitchy. My opinion on that is I think they did some test runs, which my friend group says the movie that shall not be named, which is the original Dungeons and Dragons movie with the Wayans brothers and that stuff. I think that was a test for the market. If, you know, big production fantasy movies, like pure fantasy movies, not like literary fantasy. Oh, that's how do I explain this? Not like the classic fantasy, like I'm referring to Tolkien. But yeah, that movie was. Now the most recent Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out, I thought. Of course, I haven't seen all of it, but it picked up the genre a bit better. But yeah, I think that older D&D movie kind of killed the production of anything more. And then they did a cartoon version of the Dragonlance series.
I arrived on the island several months ago, or so the villagers tell me. Blame this nasty bump on my
Was hit and
head.
miss.
Tricky business, memory. When you have it, you forget it's there. Once it's gone, you forget, well, everything. Even now, I came out here for some reason I can't recall. All I have to show for my time is this map. Little good it will do me here.
But yeah. Oh, Elric, that would have been cool. Talk about the opposite of Lord of the Rings. I know those two authors went back and forth with their novels. But yeah, Elric of Melonbone. The Turtle Warrior. I've got one or two of those books somewhere on the bookshelf.
Well, it's not a whole map, not really, more of a scrap of parchment. I found it among these debris.
Yeah, it could be
But
something with
why
the
was I
estate.
looking
I know
for
they
it in the
had a lot of
first
issues
Salvage?
with Lord of the Rings and
Tortoise
Tolkien's
eggs or
estate
crabs?
from that. And then
Shells? Maybe it's a map
we've
leading
gotten a
to
lot
buried
looser.
treasure.
But we won't get into Rings of Power or the Hunt for Gollum or all that kind of silly stuff. Buried treasure? I'll take it.
Please
What the
do,
heck?
it's yours. What good is a map on an island with no boats? If I come upon any more, you're welcome to them. That is, if
Well,
I
it's a map
remember
of
who
the
you are.
island. It's not a map of how to get off the island. I'd want a map of the ocean if I had a boat.
Don't ask me. Most mornings I need to be reminded of my own name. My advice isn't exactly reliable.
And even with Elric, God, trying to get the whole point of that universe across would be rather intense. I'd be down for it, but
See you soon.
what's the other movie they did like that? I always slip into a different genre of horror. I know Guillermo del Toro. He's been wanting to make The Mountains of Madness by Lovecraft forever and a day. And I think they've actually, rumor has it anyway, I think he started to do that. But it's animated? Let me check my Google machine. Del Toro, Mountains of Madness. Oh, he's only written a screenplay in 2006. And it was backed by Tom Cruise and James Cameron? Wow, that's interesting. We won't get into Tom Cruise either, but nope, you are not casting nothing. I'm not gonna let you. Not gonna let you. You're gonna die. You're gonna come to some wounds. Smushing. Hammer. Those things are nasty. Of course, if it's a prison, going back to that, that's delving into the realms of L. Ron Hubbard there. Prison planets, battlefield Earth. Oh, that's a deer. What's over there? Nope, you guys can stay. Darn it. But yeah, going back to that, man, if they made a movie about the Crystal Shard, the original Dritz, appearance of Dritz, that would be pretty cool. Dwarf dude. All right, let's just get rid of these guys. He missed. Oh, he didn't. Shakalaka. What am I doing? I should be going back and getting rid of this inventory. Ooh. I like it. More health regeneration. Oh, of decent quality? Yeah, for sure in a couple years. You could probably get away with it now, but it would be probably noticeably AI. Yeah, AI is kind of crazy. Well, let's go. Key. We'll just keep pressing. But really, it's the money, I think. Well, and that's why AI would help shave off on that money. I mean, that's just even what CGI has done. Maybe not so much money, I guess, seeing as the budgets have exponentially increased, but the time, it's saved on time, because you don't have to make all the practical effects and the models, and no matter how much I think that's cool. But I'm old. I'm an OG fan of kind of doing stuff the hard way if you can. With the caveat that, yeah, some things would have to be CGI, just because you couldn't be able to do some of the massive things. I mean, it's just amazing the stuff they did back in the day, talking about movies. Like, just, like all the old battle scenes where they would get like thousands of people and actually almost recreate the Battle of Waterloo and like all that stuff. Or it's pretty crazy. Okay, wolves, we know you're around. Bundle of sea steel. That's what I thought. I can't even take the bugs? What do the bugs do? Or root golem? Root golem. That's a new one. Alright, let's talk to Key. But I don't have a whole lot of experience with AI. I just use the Google Gemini here and there, just for writing and coming up with like text and stuff. That's awesome. So yeah, maybe not visually, but you could easily make your own or write your own screenplay.
Another one, eh?
With AI for sure.
Well, the Carter just keeps drawing them in. Fish trapped in his widening net. What is it you want, Castaway? The simplest answer to your problems lies beyond those cliffs there. One swift drop, and then peace.
Peace is. Good
Priest,
lord.
Eh? How is it that most pawns aren't even aware of the game? Every few years,
then they
Alder
wouldn't be
sends me
pawns.
a hopeless spirit, praying I can provide a fate weaver's wisdom. But I have no hope to give.
He's a fate weaver.
Nothing. Dead Kell has seen to that. Look around you. We are damned.
That's what I said.
I was.
Was.
You know of fate weavers then? Know that we are a tragic brood destined for a life of isolation and disappointment.
Brood.
Why read the cards when you already know what they say? I will die on this island, as will you.
Yeah, I kind of want to tell him to quit his whining. But, I mean, he's kind of correct.
Spoken like one who just crawled from the wreckage. You have no idea of the forces that conspire against us. Dead Kell is no mere man, no, no, no. He is touched by Akara. As long as his ship Requiem
He needs to talk to
remains
HR
harbored
then.
here on Gallows End, none of us are free. Get me that ship, and perhaps I will tell you what you wish to know. Perhaps.
Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Because every time you tell me. It's a good cake song. Dead coat ship is mine!
It is called the Requiem. Years ago, the vessel belonged to Dead Kell's lover, the Whispering Witch. But when his own flagship, the Stormbringer, was sunk off the coast, he
It has
needed a
Stormbringer.
replacement.
Speaking of Elric.
As far as I know, it is the only seaworthy ship on all of Gallows End. And what a prize it would be to possess.
I really don't care to get him off this island. He seems quite content to be here and be pathetic.
Wonderful. Go. Defeat Dead Kell's army of minions. Steal his prized ship out from under him. Oh, I await your victory. If you can steal the Requiem, then I will sing like a seabird. I will tell you all you wish to know. Hope your
Yeah,
death is
seabirds.
quick.
You all sound so lovely. Where's the ship? In the Dark Harbor that I just got a map for. Okay.
Return if you need my sight.
No. I want matching armor. Let's see here. So it wants us to go into here. I need to dump off this inventory. Oh my god. I can understand that. I haven't read all that much by Moorcock, so I think it was one of the. I'd have to find the book. I don't even know where it is. It is. It is in the Eternal Champion series. Is it about Stormbringer? I can't remember what it was. Ah, I gotta walk over here and look. I don't know if I have it out. It might be tucked away in a box somewhere. And I read it ages ago. I don't see it. Because now you got me curious. Darn it. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Frankenstein. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Because it's a little book. I've got a good problem of having too many books. Oh, there's the Forgotten Realms books we were just talking about. It's Dragonlance. Jim Butcher. Yep. Not out. It is not out. Oh well. Okay, let's see if we can we fast travel? Back to... Oh, there's a shop there. We'll do it. Oh, sweet, we can. Okay. Yeah, I haven't had much time to go into reading. Obviously, as you can tell, I've been dipping into the Stoic philosophy a little bit. Let's go sell this.
Watch for dead cow.
Not that guy.
Everywhere.
Who is it? You.
Welcome back. How can I help you this fine day?
I want to sell stuff. Thank you. Sell all the junk. I would like to sell all this stuff. I think I'm probably gonna have to. Just to get rid of it. Well, there's the picture of it. Okay, so I think that was the one I read, was Eternal Champion. What edition is that? $1970, so it's 2 years older than me. Yeah, so I haven't read. Oh, there's 6 of them. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read. I haven't read them like that. Huh, that might be a series I might have to look back into acquiring them all. Okay, let's get rid of that. We can keep all those. Back up, come on. Yep. You. We're saving that. Get rid of you. Don't use those. Health steal. Not enough damage, but this is where I'm gonna run into problems. 73 out of 80. And those don't count. So where the heck am I carrying all this? This stuff? Oh god, okay. Let's get rid of those. I think I've already read those, but... And that's all... $69. I'll take it.
I'll see you around.
No need to bore people by running through inventory. Alright, so let's go back. Where we were. Poop. Congratulations, Scott. You didn't unlock the, Well.
Be careful, West.
I will. I will be careful. Wait. Yep, we're going the right way. No picky F stuff. Yep, and everything's respawned. Kill some wolves again! Saw you coming. Actually, I didn't see you coming. Yes. My timing back. Yeah, so we'll finish, pretty much, I want to try and get through this sub-quest today. If possible. So I really shouldn't be picking up any of these side quests. Because I want to get through all this by July, so what is today? Last day of May, so it'll be close. With this little detour of the fact of I didn't know that once you're here, you're here. I thought I could go back and clear out some side quests back on the mainland and then come back and stream this, but yeah, no. Oh well. I am looking forward to Echoes of Aincrad in July. That is the next game I have pre-ordered. If anyone is a fan of the anime, the Sword Art Online is pretty much a game that takes place in that universe at the beginning of the Death game. And being a what the? Don't want to know what that is. And they also have a death mode, so that's cool, where if you play the game on death mode, if you die, that's it. The game deletes your save file. Oh, it's not out yet. It comes out in July 9th. So it's a new game. Will be a new game. But yeah, I had this one locked up because, yeah, like I said, my buddies were fans of the R.A. Salvatore, and there's something here. Here we go. And I did not know that Todd McFarlane actually did like all the character modeling and creature design. Maybe not personally, but so for the comic book geeks out there, this is kind of it's a very geek-fest game, because you have a very, like, the guy who created Spawn and all that stuff. It's the same. It's pretty much responsible for the art design in this game. Okay, I keep forgetting. You cannot block this guy. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. It's horrendous as always. I hate dispelling. I'm not playing the magic class this time. Yeah, you can. I would agree with that, now that you mentioned it. What is that crazy looking thing? Oh, it moves. Weird. Creepy. Cliff clams. Well, just like, it's like these pauldrons, like this armor. I mean, it just screams, for sure. I've totally passed. Okay, let's look at the map. I'm gonna end up, like, in Dead Kel's area. That's not gonna be nice. Back the way we came. How do we get down there? That's the question. Is it down? Oh, right here. There we go. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. That's kind of why I chose to play these games. He streamed for a little bit, and then I was like, you know, let's just go for some of these old school games. Oh, crap. Oh, double crap. So the one I was gonna do after this, before I got the announcement that that legend or oh, the echoes of Einstein came out. Nice. It's gonna be Two Human was gonna be next, which is also a game from back in the day, which I liked. It had a nice unique concept that I enjoyed. If you haven't heard of it, it was pretty much the what's a good way to describe it? It's like a cyberpunk with Viking mythology worked into it. Oh god, no, we don't like these guys. We're going after you, because you guys suck. This is why, because you're so persnickety to get a hold of. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, you are the main target. Damn target. Don't let her cast anything. Good. Good. Look at the camera getting a little derpy. Hello, kitty. Welcome back to the couch. Caught it that time. Don't lick me, kitty. That's a dog thing to do. I like them all. Crafting materials I'll take. Alright, let's go through here, and then I've got to run upstairs for a bio break real quick. Which is sure to upset the kitty, because the kitty is that comfortable. The hellish life cat. I think I don't want that. I think I might be doing better than my original playthrough back in the day, because, or maybe I've just got more gaming experience and a little bit more savvy of what's going on. Because I think I know I never beat it. I got to the last level, so I got to in here. I got to Alabastra. I don't think I even got to that main keep. Where do I need to go? Up this way, and then up here. Okay. So I need to go straight down there. But I will do that when I return. I have to use the restroom. No, Kitty's not going to get up. You're going to stay? Alright. Be right back, guys. Oh, okay, I have returned. Sorry for the delay. Thank you for waiting. And I might have to mow the lawn today. Joy of joys. The step kid did not do it. So, and now it's not going to rain until 7. Oh, I'm going to be doing it at the hottest part of the day. That's nice. Thank you so much. Because, yeah, it's going to rain at 7, and that's when they're going to get back from the grandparents' house. I guess it's summer. He can do it tomorrow when it's 87. You know what? We'll just see. We'll just let fate play out. Because it was his agreement, being the young man that he is, that he would be taking on that responsibility. And as I told my wife, the only thing I am concerned about is a display of initiative. Son of a bitch. I was going to say, probably nothing I'm going to use in there. I'm hoping to get some, oh crap. Oh god, one of these things. Get out! Get out! Get out! Alright, huzzah! You guys want to bunch up? I mean, that's cool. Ow! 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 Okay. I tried to still do that. That did not work. Hey, Wiki Wiki. I've got lightning too. Put that spear right in between my charge. Captain. Nothing. Yeah, just even in like some of the monsters, like that's totally totally a mixed arm and teeth and spines. But yeah, I digress. We'll just let the stepmom. I don't have a stepmom. We'll just let my wife deal with her side and the lawn. Or I can do it. Either way, we'll see. We'll see. It's not horribly bad. My god, our neighbors on the corner of the block, I think they just mowed the lawn after, good lord, it had to be months. The grass was knee-high, literally. But I think it's just an older lady that lives there, so really, in reality, I should send the stepson over there to mow her lawn. Maybe he could make some money. I'm not gonna wax pine away for a lack of respect and responsibility undetected. The trials and tribulations of being a step. Right? You guys wouldn't know. It still cracks me up finding Edelweiss. Like... It's like, how the hell did these guys climb to the Austrian Alps and get Edelweiss? But, again, shut the Connell and let the art wash over you. That's the name of the game. Make sure we're still going the right way. Yes. This part is a bit mazy. I've got bugs. I don't really know what those bugs are for. Probably making something. Or for eating. I'm trying to think about this game too. It's like even playing it, you see, I can't remember if this had some of these systems, some of these mechanics that are original to this game that started to become rather commonplace in games after it. I'm trying to think. I don't know if that's truly the case or not. Take all that. A lot of crafting stuff in here. I need... Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just craft my own new armor. Austrian, French, Alps. I was just saying that because it just reminds me of the line from Band of Brothers, and I think that's where they're referencing the Austrian Alps at that point. Point is, the flower grows at high elevations. I think that's the point. Oh. This guy's gonna eat me. But I could be wrong. I'm sure there's some of the French Alps too. Yeah, Google just says Alps. It doesn't specify. It's deer resistant. Yeah, national symbol of Switzerland, culturally significant in Austria, Italy, and Romania. Which was the point in Band of Brothers, which they say is that, yeah, it was a... You could only wear it on their uniform if you had climbed...
So
in their
you
mountain
escaped
training.
the cove, did you?
Someone running up on
I
me.
assume that
It's
Rast
like, what the hell?
survived too. She's luckier than most, even if she's too daft to realise it. You're strong. Perhaps even tough enough to help me steal the Requiem. I need someone with muscle to help me smash those gears.
You're not dead. I got better.
My injuries were not as serious as I made them appear. I followed you and Rast through the flooded cavern to the beach, and then made for the forest. It was the only way to avoid
Why?
Cape Solace. I couldn't let them see me. Not after what they did.
What? What?
Yes, I can talk. The Diverger didn't cut out my tongue. The murder of my family didn't shock me into silence. None of the stories are true. I hid my voice so as not to be suspected. Words betray more than their mere meanings.
Words betray more than their mere meanings? Whoa. What?
I was hoping
Okay,
to
what
sneak
gears?
into Dark Harbour and secure the Requiem. Once my mission is finished, I'll need a way to get back off this cursed island. But one cannot sail the ship without first opening the harbour wall, a vast mechanism of locks and gears. Why do you think everyone in Rathea considers Rast Bratigan a travesty? She's far too trusting to be a sailor. However, she did get me back to Gallows End, and for that I am thankful. And she was kind. Far too kind.
And look
now
how
that
you
I'm home
repaid her.
again, I will have my revenge. I will kill the Scion as she meant to kill me. Simple. She killed my mother. Not with her own two hands, no, but with her treachery. They were close, Pima and my mum, like sisters. All that changed when the village chose their next scion. Not even friendship can weather the jealousy of power. Pima lied to Alda, and she had my mother marked as a thief and a harlot. This island was our whole lives, and suddenly we were no longer welcome. We were set out to sea alone, without food or water, at the mercy of the frostbreak. No, she never became the scion. She was chosen. The honour lasted but a day.
But a
Those
day.
few hours were my mother's happiest. For once in her long, hard Scrabble life, she had been special. She died with a smile on her pretty face.
What?
I was adrift for weeks until the Diverger found me, and I was sold into slavery. Even then, so long ago, I knew I wouldn't be satisfied with anything but revenge.
Well,
What do you know of
Not gonna
blood
help you.
debts, of betrayals left unpaid? Not only did the Scion steal my mother's standing, but she left us to die. It's not every day a man gets a chance like this, and I intend to take it. I owe my mother that much. I'll see you around the island, friend. Goodbye.
bro, like, I was dead and came back through the Well of Souls. Like, don't tell me what I've been through. The Dark Harbor. And And you guys. Screams the Goonies. Oh, so many tropes. So many tropes. Alrighty, before we go into this, let's get into that evolution of dread, where Seneca meets modern psychology. So, like I mentioned, our brains putting us through stuff. Why do our brains do this? Is it because we're weak? Because our minds are broken? Absolutely not. It's because your brain is an evolutionary survival engine. And the reason why we obviously go to some of the traumatic daydreams and stuff that we have is in modern psychology, we call this a negativity bias. So pretty much millions of years ago, if our ancestors assumed a rustle in the bushes was just a friendly rabbit, and it turned out to be a saber-toothed freaking tiger, you're dead. And if they assumed it was a tiger, ran away, and it turned out to be a rabbit, then they survived. Evolution did not design our brains to make us happy, peaceful, or content. It designed our brains to keep us alive. It's pretty much been programmed to assume the worst case scenario every single time to ensure our survival. And that's how we've gotten to where we are, at least in the basic general sense. But if we take that from those hunter-gatherer days when humanity was just starting to start, pre-civilization, so on and so forth. But if we fast forward that to a modern world, where we don't have saber-toothed tigers hiding under our office desks, or our relationships, or our bank accounts, but we use that exact same ancient, hyper-reactive hardware to analyze a delayed text message, a sudden bill, or an upcoming presentation. So this is exactly where ancient Stoicism meets modern CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which I've taken a little bit in the past to help with some anger issues I had. It's 30 years of being a chef, it kind of messes with your head. But yeah, CBT is pretty much the gold standard in modern psychology for treating anxiety, and it's almost entirely built on the foundations laid by Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Not necessarily in that order. But the core tenet of cognitive behavioral therapy is that our emotions aren't caused by the external events themselves, but by our thoughts and interpretations of those events. Psychology, what Seneca calls imagination, we call, I hate this word, catastrophizing. And I do this a lot. Over-dramaticism is another way to put it. It's the cognitive distortion where your mind takes a little minor unknown variable and immediately builds an unbroken mental bridge straight to the absolute apocalypse. I know my friends would say this to me. I have a very bad habit of going 0 to 100 like in milliseconds with certain situations. So yeah, you're pretty much paying a massive psychological interest on a debt that hasn't even been borrowed yet, because we're just making, what's the cliche, mountains out of molehills, I think is the thing. And there are ways for us to overcome that, and that will wait until we finish this little segment of the game. And that'll be pretty much towards the end of the Stoicism for this stream. Life is too hard? Well, it's our perspective is totally blown out because we don't know. And for all we know, he could have had mental breakdowns and nervous breakdowns. That I cannot answer. I think of it along the lines of, oh, what's the movie? The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Or there's kind of a line in there where the guy, Baron Munchausen, is afraid of doctors because doctors will kill him because the doctor will tell him that he's sick. And if you put that out there, then it becomes true. This was in this movie. And then that's how he dies. Kind of like cancer. I think cancer's always been a thing. But people back in the day didn't know it. He didn't have the knowledge or the technology to even diagnose it. It was just kind of a thing. So, yeah. People just tended to die. I think that's kind of the great thing with the philosophy is, and just like today, people are just still trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And it's just been amazing to me since I started reading this stuff, probably about maybe 3 years ago, so I'm no expert, that's for sure. But it just boggles my mind that this stuff is 2,000 plus years old. And humanity is still twisting to figure out most of this stuff. I can't climb it? I think a lot of it too is just finding out and realizing what's subjective and what's objective. And I saw that a lot just in my cooking career. You know, you could make a recipe spot on and do it perfectly. That doesn't necessarily mean your customer's gonna like it or not complain about it or tell you that you did it wrong just because they would do something different. So, I mean, it's just kind of subjective. But I'm sure they did. I'm sure they had mental illnesses, like what's even the game, Senua's Sacrifice, where, yeah, it's that Irish Celtic warrioress. I don't even think she's a warrioress, she just picks up a sword to, like, rescue her brother from the Celtic version of hell, and, yeah, she's, now I forget what she had, man, I don't want to... I think she's having a psychotic break. That just says psychosis. Yeah, just psychosis, mental illness, and grief, explored through Celtic and Norse mythology. So yeah, I mean, who knows? It's a crazy thing to think about and talk about, and that's kind of the purpose of the stream. So I can't really say whether anybody's right or wrong. So it takes quite a bit of us to get together and discuss it, and then hopefully we come to a consensus and figure stuff out. Unfortunately, it's a lot easier said than done these days. Take all the fish. Don't need the scepter though. These 2 gears. So what, is this dude just gonna swoop on in and take the ship as soon as I open these gears? And then I'm gonna be SOL. I just got that sneaking suspicion. Now I should take the boat. Here they come. I could always use that and go with magic, but I need to get these guys all on the same side of it. Slowly relearning the game. I only stream once a week, so it's kind of, I forget all the controls. Start playing it like Crimson Desert or something. Alright, let's get the block out of here. Huh, is Mr. Kell back? Oh, who are you? Ah! Oh, okay. Oh boy, hammer versus hammer. Okay. You know what? Done with this. Suck it!
I must confess, my suggestion to steal the ship was made in jest.
Seriously?
I never expected this. My own fate has always kept me trapped on gallows end.
Well, see? I'm
I
fateless.
never dared to dream of escape. But you possess a quality.
And this is why you fail.
Before. You did as you promised. Now I must do in kind. What do you wish to know?
What is the airspeed of a coconut-laden swallow? Don't tell me again.
The Fallen One is not a surface dweller. He died once, and ever since he's preferred to stay beneath the ground. Akara Tor is his lair. Despite their history, Dead Kell and the great Akara are still connected. Where you find one, you will find the other.
So... I think
He
you
wanted to
told me what he
embrace
wants,
death.
but...
He was ready. His peace was made.
Okay.
Akara, in his incredible ignorance, saved Dead Kell from the Eternal Black.
Why was I thinking of
I
Carl's
don't know
female?
what the pirate wants, but I understand his rage. Yes, which is rare on this island of scavengers and fanatics. I trust you.
even though many years of hardship has taught me to do otherwise. I will confide in you, because despite my wish to leave this place, I have no desire to hurt the stranded souls that wish to stay. There is a spy in Cape Solace, one who is not as they appear, one who plans to disrupt the offering.
I think it's the mayor. The spy will die.
If I could reveal their identity, I would. My sight only tells me how the threads travel, not where or to whom. This figure is powerful, magical, and wields a strong grip over fate, same as you. Use your gift. Open your eyes to the signs. If you are willing to see in a new way, you will find the one you were looking for.
Yeah, and why would you do that?
Our island god may be a devil and a manipulator, but he remains powerful. That is what this is all about. Red Kell was formed by Akara's own hand. The moment he was created, his true evil was apparent. The great Akara turned his back on Kell. Ever since then, the dreaded pirate has plotted to receive the blessing denied him, but without success.
Which would be death. Okay. Well, okay.
I know you will. I have not seen it in the cards, but you are beginning to give me faith in the impossible. Go to the new scion, Alder's wife Bridget, and protect her from this threat. Take these potions. They will help you track the spy. Be careful. Not everyone is dead Kell. Not everyone can defeat death. Now we must sail it to Cape Solace and give others the opportunity to join us.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Hurry to Cape Solace.
Ooh, what's this? The spine. Ooh, 170. Oh, Equip. Yes. Haha. Got a little lightning glowy. Missed my lightning hammer. I'll use this guy. Birdie. That's nothing I wanted, so what's over here? Oh, they do want me to take the boat. I'll take it all. Oh, so I can't climb it. I just steal the Requiem. Ooh, fade to black. And then a loading screen. I thought we were gonna get a cutscene. And we just fade in the middle of town. With the ship. Good Lord, look at that figurehead. Oh. 2 sails, so let's see. If we put that in Sea of Thieves, man, that would be a brig. And look at the size of that sucker. God, that's huge. Your ship would. Unless baby's got back and there's some stuff in the rear, but man, that's a huge figurehead. That's All right, let's level up. We were working on a sage craft. That's kind of funny with being in stoicism because high point is called sage. Damage resistance. %. Damage over time. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll do damage resistance. Stealing health. We like this. We'll get finesse to 10. Oh, wait. I don't think there's anything we can do. Okay. I don't think we've unlocked anything new. Oh, maybe we have. Hey! +1 to all skills. We haven't used the adventure. Maybe we'll just switch to that real quick. We'll be giving away 23 attack damage, though. +1 to all skills, though. We'll do it for a little while. Because that means... Oh, skills, as in... Yeah, well...
Marvelous! You stole the Requiem! What's the dreaded pirate to do now without his ship? Our passage from the island is secure. That is, if you're interested in leaving. And if you stay, I stay.
Wait, I can leave right now?
You know how I feel, but to remind you, I hate this place. I wish it would sink into the sea forever.
Well, if I could leave and hit my stash,
I'm eager to leave, but I won't abandon
cool.
you. Anytime you wish to return to Rathir, I'll take you. But until then, I'm staying right here. Do not thank me. We stand together, you and I. We started this journey as companions, but the fires of adversity have made us something more. Friends. And I don't let my friends down. Well, not counting that time with Geraint. He died. Now go.
Okay.
Find the turncoat. If Dead Cow means to disrupt the village's ceremony, he will do so soon.
And then we can't afford to leave them.
That I can do.
But can I come back? Oh god, I don't know. So my question would be, if I leave Gallows End with Captain Bradigan, can I come back? So it is true. We're going back. Just to manage our current inventory, and then we'll be going right back. world map. All the way back here. Okay, cool. All the way. Air quotes. Okay, so we need to manage our stash, which is all the way back here. Whoop. Nope. F that up. Oop. Yes. I need to finish equipping this house. Actually, I should find out what other houses I can get. Ba 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 ba. Stash. We are putting you in there. We're putting you guys in there. Enter the reckoning. Oh, I see. So that fully recharges my Anyway, I've been making the thing to put all those into stash. What's this? Damage at night. Can't put any of those in there? Okay. Okay, so what did that do? We're 61 out of 80? That's not too bad. Okay. And now we need to, where is, I do not have, smithy yet, do I? No, I do not. Scheiße. Well, we've accomplished what we wanted to. This way. This way. Oh, so 61, so that gives us 19 things to pick up. I would still love to. You know, I could dump those because it's not like I use them. And items don't count? Like, I'm trying to figure out how I have 61 damn things. Unless they're all in my items. Like all this stuff, but I think I've got more than 61 with all this. Anyway. We are coming up almost to the end of this stream of part 1. I am not too hungry yet, so... Now, can I fast travel back? Okay, so I have to fast travel back to Wrath here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I can go and get my food and then decide whether or not I'm gonna mow. I really don't want to because, well, yeah, who likes mowing lawn? Then again, it's not that big of a deal. And it's gonna be rainy. It's gonna be hotter tomorrow. It's gonna rain. And then it's gonna rain during the week. So really, it's today or I've got till Tuesday. And I'm trusting a 17-year-old stepkid to do it, which, I mean, it might happen. And then again, it could rain earlier and everyone could be screwed, or it could rain later and everyone would be screwed. So there are things that we just cannot control or predict. Do them the best we can in the moment. Let's get back to,
Any luck hunting down that traitor? I told you not to trust these people. They worship a deity they've never seen. And people
Isn't
say
that
I'm
true of any
strange.
deity, really?
If that's what you want to do, then I'll do it.
Take me to gallows end.
You've come back.
Yes. I just had to drop some stuff off. To take care of my shopping list. Oh, we're going in here now. Alright, you know what that means. We get to wrap up the stoic presentation. With how this all comes together and how we can practically apply all this knowledge. The Watcher.
You're too late.
Oh, you got fucked up.
We were all too late. The new scion, Bridget, she's gone mad. I noticed that she'd been acting strangely, refusing food, talking to herself. Most scions experience moments of opacity, but this was different. When I questioned her, she grew hostile. I've never seen anything like it. A new magic, flashes of purple light. And then she was gone. Gone. You'll never find Bridget. Not unless you can see the invisible.
Well, I'll have you know.
Akara be praised.
Alright, and now we tie this back into the game. But yeah, so how do we stop our brains from doing that, reacting that way? How do we break that cognitive loop? In this game, in Kingdoms of Amaror, our character is the Fateless One. The only being in this realm who can break the rigid, predetermined stories of the world and rewrite reality. It's like the elves are so scared with their ballads, and they must recreate them to the letter, or it's just bad. But being able to break those stories or I guess just ignore them and write your own, is the exact thing we have to do with our mental patterns. So, 3 concrete practical takeaways that we can take from Seneca and modern psychology that you could start using tomorrow to defeat making mountains out of molehills, or catastrophizing, as is the modern therapy term for it. Which, trust me, I did this a lot. I'm also a very big overthinker. Fate door. There's something about a fate door I just don't I just don't like. But yeah, 1, it would be define that monster. You know, the dead Kel. The ancient Stoics didn't avoid thinking about the bad things. They practiced something that we've discussed on this channel before, called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. And those ancient Stoics did this intentionally just to strip away the power. They would say that it's the surprise that is more impactful than the emotion. It's just the fact that something takes you off guard, and then your emotions take over before your rational mind does, and yeah, away you go. So when your mind starts, like I was saying, when your mind starts spinning a vague, foggy web of anxiety about future or rumination, we need to stop and force ourselves either to write it down. Journaling helps a lot of people, or say it out loud, just that absolute worst case scenario. Define it, what the borders of it are, you know, shine a light on it. Because if you leave that anxiety in that fog, that's when it feels infinite. It's when it kind of feels like it's never going to go away and it's going to last forever. So the moment you define it and look at the actual parameters of that, air quotes here, catastrophe, you might realize 2 things. 1, that it's rarely fatal, and 2, you can build a practical plan to clean up the mess if it actually happens. So you're kind of making your plan B, plan C, plan D. You're taking that fog out of it. The second part is running a is it present test. So Seneca explicitly told his friend Lucilius to carefully analyze whether his fears were based on present facts or future projections. So the next time we feel that familiar knot of anxiety tightening in our chest, ask yourself a brutal question. Is this disaster actively happening to me right now, at this exact second? Or am I suffering over a ghost? If you're sitting safely in your room, or playing a game, or breathing clean air, the disaster is not real yet. You're sacrificing your very real, very valuable present peace of mind in exchange for a fictional future. So that's when we gotta pull our focus back to the immediate square foot, you know, pull it back into our bubble of reality that's kind of right in front of us, because that's the only thing that is immediate. I won't say it's not the only thing that matters, because, you know, some things in the future matter to people, some things in the past matter to people, so I'm not cheapening those things, because those things usually are good. And then last but not least is just that mental inventory check. So when your imagination predicts future failure, it plays a rigged game. It's rigged. It paints a very vivid picture of a massive, overwhelming challenge, but then your mind will conveniently forget you in the equation. It forgets how resilient you can be, your past rates of surviving previous encounters or situations, such as the one you might be having anxiety about. Which is 100%, right? You do realize that, well, since you're alive and still breathing, you've had a 100% success rate in surviving so far, fate willing. So yeah, I mean, we've all got skills and we all have the capacity to adapt. So this is the good parts of the brain when we kind of start taking a little bit of that emotional reaction out of it. It's like in this game, you know, when you're playing an RPG and a boss appears, you don't instantly quit the game. You open your inventory, you're looking at your armor, you look at your weapons, you look at your potions, you realize you have tools to fight back. So it's kind of like we can run that metaphor and analogy into real life, you know, when your imagination builds that monster of your boss having that discussion on the Monday morning. You know, just open up your mental inventory, remember that you've already survived, and trust your ability to solve problems in real time when they actually get there. It is possible. And we're opening fate doors. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the gameplay right now. I mean, you know, we've moved through Gallows End, we're clearing out enemies, we've systematically pushed back the fog around the map. And even before we started this DLC, the Lord made Dead Kelp sound like an unstoppable, godlike force of nature. Undead, pirate. But once we actually got here and engaged with some of the mechanics and fight what's been in front of us, it's just an encounter. Completely manageable. Which is exactly how reality works. You know, the monsters in our imagination are always 10 feet taller, completely invincible, entirely terrifying, but the moment you drag them out of your mind and force them to fight you in the real world, they shrink. And reality is usually a much kinder opponent than your anxiety. Which is true, being an overthinker and having a predilection to ruminate over the past. I guess that is what rumination is. Yeah, God, it sucks. Losing sleep for 3 days. Yeah, I mentally torture myself plenty. So yeah, as we push on here, we're gonna keep pushing into this island, and then I'll probably be bailing here in like 10 minutes anyway. I'm gonna leave you, and this is the end of this little blah 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 philosophy. So it's not your cup of tea. I apologize, but I'll leave you with one final grounding thought from Seneca to kind of carry us into our upcoming week, which is, and I quote, "Don't run ahead of your suffering." End quote. So that just pretty much means, at least how I'm taking it, is if something bad is going to happen, you deal with it when it gets here. Don't double the pain if it is going to be bad by choosing to suffer right now, too. It hasn't gotten here yet. So don't make yourself suffer twice. Take it as it comes. Practice in psychology? No. No, this is philosophy, but I kind of tie it into psychology because that's kind of where it comes from. I've been through some therapy. But, which actually led me to Stoic philosophy, which I don't know, it kind of resonated with me. So I like to practice it, and how I keep it in memory and keep the practice real is by doing it through Twitch, because it's very easy to apply in a game. And it's kind of like what I was just talking about there in the presentation. Is I practice it in the game, and then when I go to real life, it's a little bit easier because I've already kind of done the techniques. You know, not rage quitting. You know, I've already gone through my, like they said, thinking of all the different variables of how things could go wrong. But yeah, there's stuff in the past catalog where I go through like the Meditatio Malorum and some of the Stoic practices, as I think they said. But yeah, I'm learning. Everybody's learning. I just like to spread it around. It's definitely had a big resurgence lately, but yeah, practice psychology. No, I've never really been a fan of psychology, to be honest. I took a little bit in university, but and I passed. I took a class, Psychology 101. Oh, Niskaru. Well, nothing to do. Let's just do it. Oh, these are scabs. Much better. They're kind of Niskaru-esque. But yeah, I was always more of a fan of sociology, which is, the psychology of mob rules, all that stuff. That I found very enlightening. I think I got the A+ in sociology. I probably got a B or whatever, B or C. I don't recall. It's been a while since I've been in college. From what psychology I have read, though, I am partial to Carl Jung. I'm not a big fan of Freud. I never understood Freud. He always struck me as being a little creepy. Kind of like this bedroom here. It's a little creepy. Why is the bedroom here? Dead people? Alright, well, we don't need the daggers. More scabs, okay. Oh, that... interrupt. Ah! Height, I know it's poison. I don't... Run in, swipe, and then back out. I'm trying to remember the scab's attack patterns. That's on my potion. Oh, that's not good. Shit, stop. Okay, I stopped. Stuck in my own little loop. But no, practice psychology, no. I don't know. Just like I would get so angry, why I started when I got into CBT is, just being a chef, everyone's seen Gordon Ramsay and the whole yelling and screaming, that whole swerve. Been there, done that. I have a feeling I have no potions, and this is a big bad fight.
Cycle the second, the Alfar. You would not enjoy the awkward scrambles needed to traverse this isle, my love. They are treacherous. I must resemble the tumblers we witnessed in Sun Camp all those many nights ago, reeling and twisting. The Arathi were not the only inhabitants of Gallows End, though surely the oldest. Natural caverns in the north and south boast evidence of a variety of other visitors, both man and beast. Alfar weapons and armor litter the beaches, treasures for the taking. They too seem to have departed in haste. It is a troubling trend. What is terrorizing everyone? Give my good wishes to the Templars, dear Netta. As always, you are in my thoughts.
I did not grind for all these stones. Okay. Got a bad feeling about this. So, let's. I guess if I wanted to be a butthead, I'd just end the stream here. We won't. Let's see where this goes.
What do you seek, child? Bridget is gone. She resisted me at first, surrendered when she realized how painful I could be. Kell was correct. These villagers, so young, so foolish. And you, I see how you move through the world, how you tear through the threads of fate, where I only weave them. What are you?
I don't have anything to answer her question. Oh, yeah,
She stands before you. I am Bridget, and she is me. As far as hosts go, she has been adequate. But I only chose her because she is meant to be the scion, and she is meant to possess the power. He said you'd find me in time, and here you are. It takes much to earn the gaze of dead
Can you
Kelcher.
clean up the skeletons around
You
here at
must
least, if you're
truly
gonna
be
live here?
special.
Okay, well,
No, not yet. But it will end soon enough.
I guess you know
Dead
your own
Kell
plot.
will receive the blessing of Akara, even if it means that I must gain it first. No one shall stand in our way. Not man, not God. Bless you.
Knew it. Okay. I knew it. I don't have the health potions. This might be. This might be where we end it, because it's 2:05. Oh no. Oh no, stream. I am so cruel with the cliffhanger ending. But oh no. This is that Primatatio Malorum, and I'll tell you, you know what I did not do is the Primatatio Malorum. I did not conceive that I would be running into a big baddie right here, which I should have, because hello, yeah. Okay, so I can fast travel to both spots. See, where am I now? Gallows in. Okay, so not a problem. I can just warp back, buy some smaller potions. That will at least be a help. If I had access to a stash, which I can go back all the way and buy some nice potions. 240,000. I don't even know the status of my armor. Yeah, I should probably get stuff fixed. We'll take it. At least that's getting our armor a little bit more cohesive in theme. Okay, so we are going to do that. We are going to boop. Should we go back to Wrath here? Can we actually can we? If I go back here, like that would be crazy. Oh my shit, are you? Okay, that's what I thought. It's like it didn't let me last time, but it's highlighted. Okay, so we'll just go back to Cape Solace. That won't let us because we're in here. Shite, that means we gotta walk out. Which, if that's what we gotta do, then that's what we gotta do. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, this is the price I pay. Not getting prepared. Oh no, are you kidding me? I can't. Oh no. Oh no. You're joking. Oh shite. Oh shite. I am fracking screwed. And it's usually not the boss that's bad. It's all these little bleeding ads. It's all the extra little monsters. Oh shit. So there's no way out, so I have to beat her. Ugh. And that's right. Okay, so that's... Oops. So that's the autosave. Let's go back to that. Is that near the entrance? Ah ha ha ha. Yes. Okay. So this is a little bit dirty cool. This is very unstoic of me right now because I am going back and not accepting the fate, which I made for myself. Or maybe I have to anyway because, son of a... Which I have to anyway. See? And there you go. I was trying to escape fate. And, it's saying nope. So I guess I should just go back to that previous save. Because what's in here? 2 potions? That's not going to do me that much. Although I still do have the fate potion, so I could instantly enter Reckoning and destroy her ass. But I will have to save that point. Okay, so we are going to reload back to here. Which should be before we fought her. Which at least I should... Shit, nope. Okay, well. I thought maybe I'd still have those potions, but I guess not. That we like that health regen much, much better. Okay. And now my tummy is starting to rumble. My health should be regenerating, right? Okay, well, let's just save it again. And then we're gonna call it here. For an hour. Since the fam isn't here, usually I will come back on about 4 Central Standard Time, and we'll go for another hour, 2 hours, since the fam's not here. Yeah. And that is what we shall do. And then we will try... I guess we're going to try and take on this witch with no health potions. So... It's either that or I am... I really don't want to lose. Well, 524. That's a lot of questing time. That's all of today's progress gone. So I would really not like to do that. Because that's where we ended, yeah, last time. So, alrighty. I am going to call it there, lords and ladies. I thank you for joining me. Lysiand 1. If that's not how you pronounce it, I apologize. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a little game stream. This is the blind playthrough with Dead Cal, but I won't ramble on too long because most people will have that endless rambling at the end. But yeah, thanks for joining. Throw me a like, a follow if you wish. I do this every Sunday around noon Central Standard Time. And the 4 o'clock second stream is every other week. Depends if the family's here. But yeah, we just usually go over Stoic philosophy for the most part. That's what keeps me babbling. But yeah, I'm pretty much willing to discuss anything within reason. But yeah, hopefully everyone here got some use out of it. Hopefully it was semi-entertaining and engaging. And I wish everybody well, and I will see you all soon. Fate willing. Later.